I want to go back to Maui now. That is where meteorologist David Yeomans is standing by with more on what's happening there on the Valley Isle. Aloha, David.
Good evening to you and to everybody else watching. Hope you're safe and dry at home. We're here on the coast near the harbor, just northwest of the harbor, up the shore. And one of the most intense rain bands that we've seen so far, I was just looking at it on radar as you guys were in the studio just a bit ago, right offshore, and it seems to be moving in just as you guys took our shot here. Now, overall, things have not been too bad out here yet. We've seen a few wind gusts up near 30 miles per hour estimated. But as the storm continues to draw a bit nearer, closer to the area, we're going to see more concentrated rain like you're seeing here now, and also steadier winds. It's still very possible that by midnight or so, we have sustained tropical storm force winds, which is 39 miles an hour or greater in this area. So we're watching the wave height, still pretty constant. We're not seeing any significant coastal flooding here in this area, but the winds are driving the rain on shore, driving some of that water on shore, and that can be part of what we call the storm surge with a storm. Also interesting here, we've got some power lines right next to me near the roadway. My photographer and I, just before you guys took our segment, heard a loud pop and saw a bright flash of light come from what appeared to be one of these towers. You see the rain and wind picking up now. It seemed like almost like a power flash, which is something that you see with strong winds in a tornado or strong winds in a tropical storm or hurricane. I'm hesitant to decide that it was that because, first of all, the winds have not been strong enough to snap any power lines unless there was some type of tree branch that fell on it. I don't even see any trees in that area, though. And second of all, I don't see any power outages in this area. So we're going to try to work to figure out what that may have been. But again, some type of power flash possibly coming from one of the power poles and power lines here on the highway northwest of the harbor. Now, as we watch the storm get a little bit closer to the area, again, we're going to watch these rain bands become more concentrated. Now you can see the rain getting a little steadier, getting a little heavier. Of course, wind is not the only threat with this saturated soil. We're concerned about flash flooding tonight, as Justin and the KHON2 weather team have been telling you all night and all really through the last couple of days leading up to this storm. We might see up to 15 or potentially even 20 inches of rain in isolated areas of this island from the storm. And again, Maui is expected to get the worst of the impacts with the rain and wind from this storm passing by. Now, earlier today, my photographer and I were driving around the island in some of the remote areas as well to the northwest of the harbor here, and we found some streams, some little waterfalls, and some rivers that already had a good amount of water in them. And as the rain, like what we're starting to see more of now, continues to pound down here in more concentrated and heavier rain bands that are coming our way, we will be concerned with flash flooding. So if anybody listening to this broadcast now lives near one of those streams, lives near one of the rivers that already has water in it especially, do be mindful. I don't want you going outside and walking in it or checking it or putting yourself in danger when you should be indoors. But I do want you to be mindful of the potential of rising water levels. And with flash flooding a real issue, of course, it's not a good idea to be on the roadways. We might see mudslides, we might see landslides, and of course, remember, it only takes less than a foot of rapidly flowing water to carry away a person and to even carry away most vehicles. So again, don't ever try to drive through a flooded roadway or any moving or standing water across the street. Best idea from here on out through the rest of the storm, if you can do so, is just to stay home. We'll check back in with you guys in 30 minutes or less. We do expect more intense rain bands by then. Can't wait to show you what we see. For now, I'm meteorologist David Yeomans for KHON2 News Live.
Hey, David, before we let you go, I got a question. Seeing that I'm here in the nice, comfortable confines of the studio and you're out there getting pounded by the rain. Coming from Austin, studying hurricanes, obviously you're used to seeing storms that come up from the Gulf. What differences in observations do you see kind of between the two, something coming out the Gulf and then something coming through the Pacific to an island in the middle of the Pacific?
That's a great question. As Justin, your chief meteorologist, told me yesterday, you guys are a small target in a huge ocean. So it's hard statistically to get hit by a tropical storm or hurricane. Texas, the Gulf Coast, that's a huge target. If there's a tropical system in the Gulf, it has to hit a landmass, whether it's Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula, Caribbean, or the Gulf Coast of the U.S. Of course, there are other differences. You guys have trade winds, prevailing winds. We don't really have those. The winds out here can be a little bit more erratic in terms of the steering currents for these storms, which we've seen in the erratic motion of Tropical Storm Olivia today. We both have warm water nearby, which of course likes to strengthen these storms, but what's won out over the warm water today with Tropical Storm Olivia, as forecasted well by the KHO and 2 meteorologists and by the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, the warm water should be strengthening the storm as it gets closer and closer to the islands tonight. But what has won out and caused the storm to weaken? Something called wind shear, which we encounter sometimes over there on the mainland as well. Different speeds and different directions of winds at different levels, different heights up in the atmosphere that are kind of ripping this storm apart tonight. Even though the storm, though, is looking pretty jagged on the and ragged on the satellite presentation, the center is kind of displaced from the main thunderstorms. Obviously, it doesn't mean that we're going to get spared any of the impacts here as the rain and the wind continue to pick up.